Hey, Wyatt, it looked like in the first half there was a little bit of trouble running the football. How much of that would you guys attribute to maybe just being the first game of the year and playing against a different team that had a long time to scheme against you, as opposed to actually struggling to move the ball?
Yeah, no, definitely. It definitely had a lot to do with just, I think, everything. 10 months not having a game, and then we go into one, and there was so much confusion, us being away from the program. But, honestly, that's what comes with the first game. Um, they were well coached. They had a great scheme for us. And, we just have to look at the film and just adjust moving forward. But, credits to them because they came out swinging. And, they got us for a little bit, but we responded and swung back.
All right, we'll go next to Clay Hall from WSYX. Clay.
Wyatt, curious what your take was on the atmosphere. Like when you make a big play, when Seven Banks gets the scoop and score, and it's pretty eerily quiet. I don't know. What was your take on not having that place going nuts?
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit weird, but you're so locked in. At least I am, and I know the rest of the offensive line, because we actually had talked about this after the game. It really we didn't really notice it just because, we already went into this knowing what it was going to be like. I think that those scrimmages that we had before, without there being any fans, really helped us for today, just to be prepared for the atmosphere. So I at least me personally, it didn't bother me at all.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go next to Stephen Means from Cleveland.com. Stephen.
Hey, Wyatt, just kind of more on the running game a little bit. Just do you feel like it kind of was similar to what it was last year against FAU in that first game, and how things kind of started out slow, but as the season went on, things started to pick up at all?
Yeah, no, definitely. We got a lot of young guys up front, with Harry and Nick, but I was really impressed today with, how they've came along in this program, and I really do believe that, once we get rolling, our running game will be back to and even better than what it was last year. I just think that we just got to knock off the rust and of not playing against, another team, and just really focus this week on film and what we did wrong and how we can get better, really focusing on the little things.
All right, got time for two more. First one to Austin Ward from Letterman Row. Austin.
Wyatt, when you go out there, were you thinking about how close you guys all might have been, and you specifically to missing this entirely?
Yes, definitely. That was the first thing that I was thinking about when I woke up this morning, was just like, wow, I can't believe that, a couple months ago that it really seemed like this wasn't going to happen. I was just so grateful that I was able to get reinstated and that we're able to get the ball rolling with the Big Ten, and, just really thankful for the opportunity and everyone behind it, with Coach Day, Coach Smith, and our president coming along and really vouching for us. So, it's definitely a blessing.
All right, and final question to Patrick Murphy from 247. Patrick.
Wyatt, you guys gave up 3 sacks. There were a couple other pressures on Justin. You talked about the run game, but what'd you think of pass protection in the first game today?
Definitely needs to be fixed moving forward, especially going against Penn State. They got us on some stunts up front with some blitzes. And, we got to look back at the film. It's not acceptable. And we're going to fix it because, moving down the line, if we want to do what we want to do, we can't afford to give up sacks like that against blitzes and just sacks, period. So we're going to move on from this and take it and keep that burning desire to get better this week, and have a intent focus on truly sharpening our technique and just being aware of what the defense is going to bring. I think a lot of it was just because it was just we're going into this game not really having that much film. All we could really look at was the stuff from last year. So they brought some new stuff this year, and they got us. And we'll look at it and we'll fix it for next week.